Good morning, everyone. Today we will start with a new topic on in stereoisomerism, and that is geometrical isomerism. So far, we had been discussing about optical isomerism, and there we discussed about the property of optical activity. Now, here what we are going to discuss is a new type of configurational isomerism, and that is called geometrical isomerism. Now, geometrical isomerism actually uh, exists because of the restriction of rotation due to double bond or ring structure present in a molecule. So if we talk about the geometrical isomerism, and if you try to define what do you mean by geometrical isomerism, we can define it as a phenomena in which isomerism exists as a result of restriction of the rotation due to the presence of a double bond or a ring structure. Let us look into one of the example, and that is 2-butene. So these are two structures which are the structures for two different structures for 2-butene. The only difference between these two structures is in one of the structures you have the methyl groups on the opposite sides of the double bonds, and in one of the structures you have methyl groups on the same side of the double bond. So if you remember, when the methyl groups are on the opposite sides of the double bond, we see this to be your trans isomer. However, if the methyl groups are on the same side of the double bond, we say them to be the cis double bond. Now, this cis-trans isomerism exists because of the restriction of the bond rotation in the in this double bond region. Like if it was a simple single bond, there could be rotation possible across this bond, so methyl could move around in opposite position as well as in the same position. But because of the presence of double bond, this bond rotation is restricted. So these two methyl groups are kind of locked in the opposite position. However, these two methyls are locked in the same side of the double bond. Okay, this same restriction in the rotation is possible when you talk about a cyclic structure. So these are the two different ways of writing, or these can be defined as two different isomers of 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane. So if you see here, you have in one of the structures, the methyl groups are on the same side of the ring, and in other structures you have the methyl groups on the opposite sides of the ring. So when they are on the same side of the ring, you say that to be your cis isomer, and when they are on the opposite side, we say them to be your trans isomer. Okay, so here we see two different ways in which geometrical isomerism is possible. One of the ways is when there is presence of a double bond, and another way in which geometrical isomerism you can see is when there is restriction due to the presence of a ring structure. Now let us look at another molecule, 2-methyl but 2-ene. So this, you can easily know that this is the correct structure because if you number it 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is your carbon chain. So you have 2-methyl but 2-ene. Okay, so this is the structure. Now, if I ask you, is geometrical isomerism possible in this particular compound? The answer would be no, because here you have a methyl group opposite to one of this methyl group, and you have a methyl groups on the same side as the double bond. Even if you interchange these, it doesn't make a difference, but they are same structure. Now, why this is because why that is happening? This is because at this position, that is the position number 2, you have two substituents that are same. That means both the methyl groups are both of the substituents are methyl groups. And if you look at this particular compound, that is 1-propene, so if you number it 1, 2, and 3, so this would be 1-propene. In 1-propene also, you won't see the isomerism possible, or the geometrical isomerism possible, because here also one end of the double bond is substituted with the same grouping. So this important condition you should keep in mind. So whenever you have same substituent at one of the end of the double bond, you won't see geometrical isomerism. So in both these compounds, you will not see geometrical isomerism. Okay, that is because of the presence of same substituent at the end of the double bond. So this is a very important condition for geometrical isomerism to be possible, is that at each end you should have different substituent. If at any end you have same substituent present, then geometrical isomerism isn't possible. So this particular thing about the geometrical isomerism you should keep in mind. So I hope I have introduced to you what do you mean by geometrical isomerism. So it is a kind of isomerism where you see a difference in geometry. That's why it's called geometrical isomerism. In one of the geometry, the two substituents are opposite. In one of the geometry, two substituents are on the same side. So this arises because of the restrictions in the rotation across a double bond or a ring structure. Similarly, so this is the 2-butene is an example where you see the isomerism coming as a result of restriction due to double bond. 1,4-dimethyl cyclohexane, you see an example where the restriction is because of the ring structure present in it. Okay, so this ring structure isomerism we will discuss when we talk about conformers. Okay, an important condition about the geometrical isomerism is that both these substituents shouldn't be same. So if at any end of the double bond you have the substituents same, then no geometrical isomerism is possible. So I hope I have made clear these points of geometrical isomerism to you. Rest of the things we will be discussing in our in our live session. So thank you very much for your kind attention.